Here we are again at the Starlight Driving Settlement build, the Starlight Market build, and we did the butcher last time and I started doing this barber, but what I found unfortunately is that where I was trying to build it, let's just take a little run around here. Okay, so I was going to build it in that space there, and I had some issues in that in order to build it the way I wanted to with the supporting posts, I couldn't grab, you know when you grab the whole of an object? The size with these pillars and the roof with the floor on, after I'd glitched those together, was just, it was picking up everything. Okay, it was too close to anything else. So I've had to move that. And so I rebuilt it over here. And after doing it once, I just didn't want to take it down and build it again just for you to see that build happen. But this is the barber. Okay, couple of signs. He's got a sign on the wall opposite with some street signs, making sure everybody knows exactly where his services are. We have some reading materials and the shaving and hairdressing chairs, a couple of posters, and a seating area for those waiting. So all very simple, just hammered together shack. This weather, look at it, it's like living in Wales. So the butcher is as you saw it before, except we now have a butcher at the counter. Let's go around and watch him at work.
Crop's coming in pretty good.
And why would you care? Okay, so this is from the Better Stores mod, and as you can see, the butcher is animated as well once he's assigned to this butchery counter, appropriate to his task. So that's pretty good. I like it. Okay, let's I somehow managed to start this build immediately in the dark, so I'm just gonna get some daylight in a moment, but I'll show you what I'm planning to do now. I'm going to use these railroad cars to provide cheap housing for a couple of settlers. So I'm going to put a couple of these alongside the wall here with a foundation for flooring, and then we'll roughly decorate them. I'm not quite sure what to do with the space here yet, if we do anything at all. You know, I'm open to suggestions. Put something in here. So let's grab some daylight shortly and start that project. Okay then, let's start by moving that rail cart out of the way and building some foundation for it here. Let's go into wood foundations. Oh, I seem to be walking backwards. Okay, how close can we get to this other structure then? So obviously there's an advantage in having it right up against the wall. And I can't see any good reason why that can't sit there on this. So what's the problem? It's one of those things that doesn't like to be on a floor. Okay, well, we know we can't lift that, so hopefully if I use the pillar glitch, can I pick the whole thing up without moving everything else? And the way I feel about it is that should be possible, because that back wall isn't a movable thing. But how close are these these lighting poles? Okay, I don't appear to have picked those up, which I'm very glad about. I just want to put this. Of course, I can't see from this side. That's a problem I gave myself, isn't it? Can I come on here? How's that? And now that I've got one up there, it shouldn't really be an issue sticking another. Right, so can't remember where they are. Are we going to use a set of 2 sets of these stairs to get up here? Don't like those floating though. Let's have a look. We've got the barn stairs, which will happily fit into the ground. That's much nicer, isn't it? Okay. So let's find the doors and walls for this thing. Okay, I went off the menu there for a minute to try and remind myself where the boxcar pieces are. And they're in the old menu. Of course they are. So we'll just fit in some boxcar doors. One will obviously be a working door with any luck. And we want an end piece here. Okay. So that's pretty good. Well, that one isn't fitting so well. There we go. Penis, we're already in here. Let's furnish it. And then we'll build another. So this is, this is the poor housing. So, minimal beds, just a couple of mattresses really. A couple of cheap chairs in here. They might have some sort of storage. What about an old desk? Oh, it doesn't store very much. That one will. That'll do. Okay, sticking their clothes or whatnot in there. Maybe they have a suitcase or 2. Balanced on here. And see. Yep. It's got some flavour to it, isn't it? They do like to have some sort of carpeting in these things. Or they get unhappy. Just shove a rug in here and there. And they'll need wall decorations, flags. Maybe they're old patriots of pre-war. Trying to figure where to put this candle that won't look completely out of place. So they can have some lighting. That'll do, won't it? For decorating, I think. That actually worked really well. I hadn't planned it that way, but the door opened almost exactly where I've got the stair placed. At least good enough for some poor people to live in. Not everyone can, you know, be resident in the hotel or have their own shop premises. There's some poorer people living around here. Alright, so let's have a go at another, maybe with the orange. So once more, maybe they'll let us continue that foundation from squeezing it under there, but I bet it won't. Structures, wood, foundations. Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to be. You can be under here, right? But then it just won't. As soon as it finds there's something else already there, it's not going to happen for you. So we'll start a new one. I'm just wondering if I got it close enough, I might be able to fool it into thinking that I can have it there. An option. Oh! What? That's not perfect, but you see what happened. I can use that. Let me just stick that there a minute. If it's prepared to stick on this once it's in, then we'll just do it taller. Oh look, it's right on the box section there. So that looks like it's supporting that end cap nicely. Let's get some more in then, because there's a longer boxcar section in with this mod. Oh, those trees are going to poke on it, aren't they? They'll be up through the floor because I can't delete them, which is something I really don't want. So let's move forward then. I still want to be up around the same height, but I'm going to move forward of those shrubs, just because I don't want them poking through the building. Okay, let's have a look at that boxcar. Orange. So yeah, it's unlikely they'll bring the wheelbase with them, isn't it? Although they did use it to drag this out here. I don't think they'd want that. It's happier about being up here than the other thing is, though. Let me just stick it for a minute and take a good look. I know what you're saying. Okay, so they've dragged it in here. Why would they put it on the scaffold? It's a good question. Well put. How about we drop the scaffold height? I love that the rail car's coming down with it. Or it did. Well, that's pretty good. Let's go and have a look inside, see if what that plant came with. So we want some stairwell. Some stair. I don't mean stairwell. That's not what I meant at all. I meant stairs. I seem to be out of wood. We'll just put these here. That will sink. I'll sink one in a minute. There'll probably be another here. Now, yeah, I've still got all this plant coming in. So let's move it forward. Okay, why is doing that? making it impossible to get it on. Yeah. Let's have a think. Do we even need it on the scaffold at all? I mean, I like having them there, simply because you can have things flat. See those wheels now are not flat. Is it good enough? Putting the door at the back at the minute just because this is where I can get the step fairly in line. No plants in it. The wheels look like they're in contact with the ground. And we can use post just to give the impression that actually, you know what, this is... Why does he want to stay up there? I wanted to lift, but not so much. You see where the box section is? If I can get into that box section. Hey look, it's partially supported by a concrete pillar. Yeah. So they wheeled it in and then fixed it in place with that concrete pillar. That works for me. They have those materials, as I said, because there's the train station opposite where they got all their concrete materials from. So why might they not also have secured enough to hold this in place while they were doing that? Okay. I'm quite happy with that, personally. I can see there's another box piece just there, but I can't seem to get my post in underneath it in a way that I'm happy with. There you go. That's well supported. Don't want the concrete steps. We want those half steps here. And now we can go and find the doors. Boxcar, blue, orange. Door. Come on. Snap, snap. Okay. That's a nice action as well, isn't it? And if they feel like it, they can always sneak out the back, down their cheap steps. Maybe take a late night, little late night relief here behind the bush, and then back into our sleep. I'm happy with that. Let's similarly decorate this one. So the folks here will need, again, some sort of flooring. I think there's just not, it's not wide enough for a, it is just wide enough, okay. They can have a couple of nice, well, not nice, but nicer rugs. in this accommodation. And we'll get some paintings up, shall we? I'm very fond of that lighthouse. I've put it far too many places so far. Ooh. I'm out of material, out of wood. Can't do another frame. Any of these I've already built? Possibly. Not one. Okay, we're going to have to go with abstracts built previously. Nope. Flags then. So I went for metal signs. Let's have a go at flags. We want Minutemen. Quite happy to have the Minutemen flag up. Doesn't want to be on that wall. There we go. Couple of those. Baskets and barrels again regarding needs wood, but I've got plenty of material to build crappy cardboard boxes with. And a bucket. It says it's a bucket, but it's actually a trash can. It's not a steel bucket. Why is a basket needing wood? Okay, let's find them something else. Those are not candles and lamps that are suitable. Maybe these guys will have a radio. And they've got enough room in here for television. There's not a slimmer one. This is slimmer. Can't have it. I'm out of some material that's needed for that one. They can have the larger then. Don't need plants. Anything in miscellaneous worth having in here? Suitcases, but different colour than the other people had. Okay, suitcases make perfect storage for the less affluent. One of these guys actually could afford a proper bed, and his compatriot is unfortunately in nothing more than a sleeping bag. Let's see, chairs. Maybe they'll share this one couch. It's got just enough room to it gives them a little privacy as well, just having that there, look. There's nothing I can hang between walls. I'd like to like a curtain. So I'll show you what I mean. Over in this raider material we have... Oh, I'm out of cloth now, am I? This sort of thing. But it won't hang between surfaces. It only wants to hang on them. So, unfortunate. I thought I had it there just for a moment. It was almost hanging. If you imagine I've got a larger piece like this and hang a couple of them across this space, it would be a good privacy curtain, yeah. I mean, I do have. I wonder if I can get those in here. If I go to, I think they're in decorations, maybe furniture. No, that's not what I want. Somewhere right at the end. Do you remember I used those dividers for the lavatories in there? This sort of thing. Ah, again, it's just... Aha! Let's try that. Oh, I can only have them on the ends, huh? And then I've got to place it so that it's not through the flag. If I could just get one. I mean, that's not perfect. I'd be happy with this longer one. But that's actually just a single piece that's not giving him any more privacy than he'd have. don't want a tent in here. That's something. Is it worth it? Would he bother? Let's have a look. No, you can't even walk under it. There's no way they'd bother with that. That's half of nothing is no use at all. Somewhere in here there were it's not going to, posters aren't going to do the job. Nope, 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 nope. Can't remember where anything is, you know. There's oh, is it in themes? There they are. There's these big hanging. I have no wood. Why does it need wood to make a flag? Okay, I'm gonna go get wood from our friendly neighborhood trader here.
Don't much care for good neighbor.
Yeah, don't go there
That place is
then.
nothing but trouble.
Excuse me.
I'm sure I have something you need.
I hope it's wood.
Let's see what you have.
Let me know what you'd like.
I'd like wood. Dee 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 dee. Shipment of wood. Let's have that. Now you notice I don't know. I haven't found anyone actually selling shipments of cloth apart from that. That woman in pillow, useful. Oh gosh, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? The woman in Diamond City. Yeah. She has cloth for sale occasionally. Want that. Want the hot plate. And you're wondering, what are you playing at? I'm saying, well, I'm just going to decorate this guy's apartment. Okay. When I say apartment, of course I mean his trailer. Multiple individuals. So let's just quickly see if we can get that Children of Atom curtain to hang between this surface. Oh, I knew that just wasn't going to do it for me, was it? It only wants to be on a wall and will not. Even this one, that's obviously a corner piece, right? It's clearly supposed to be between things. But it doesn't. If I could hang that here, we could give the guy or girl that's having this end of the trailer, they could have a little privacy curtain going on. But I haven't got hope. That's not happening, unfortunately. So let's forget that. Now, I have managed to glitch one before to a couple of posts and put them upright, but that's more effort than I'm prepared to put in right now in this particular feature. So let's have a look at those things we just bought. I want to put in here the hot plate and a lantern, a bucket. These can go in here. Pillow. Okay, that's not the way I wanted to turn that, to be honest. Okay. Lamp. Oh, of course, it's not going to turn the right way round. Oh, Anybody else having these problems, or is it just me? Lamp with no bleeding light in it. Now then. Fine with that there. He was eating on the sofa. So I'm quite happy to leave that there. It's fairly, tells a tale, doesn't it? Tells a story. The hot plate. What has he got on the hot plate? He had the cooking pot. I know we bought one. There it is. And a coffee cup. Of course, it's not going to fit on there for me. Hey, that'll do. Coffee cup the right way up. Okay, let's see what they might have wanted at the other end. Decoratively, they have got his fan, fishing rod, his locket. Maybe he has personal soap and his teapot. Oh, they're going to want that oil. These are quite squeaky doors. You know, these are noisy doors. Let's give them something they can... Yeah, thank you for putting it that way up. No option on... writing it at all. Great, thanks for nothing. Oh, don't you just hate this? Is it just me this always happens to? This stuff will only rotate in one direction. I can't ever get this thing, whatever the item is I'm picking up, it will not rotate in another direction for me at all. Okay, we're just personalising the space somewhat. I would like the rod upright because who stores a fishing rod any other way? There we go. You may not even see it, but it's a little detail that will just be there. He's had his cup of tea. The wrench, I'm quite happy to have the wrench what it is. Try and get close to the fan to place it, and I end up just dumping the thing. Look at that, that's great. Okay. Yeah, I'll come back with a teacup or a mug for this guy a bit later. Don't have another one with me. So, what do we think? We have a small residence. I know, this one isn't lit, is it? Let's do that candle thing again, unless I can find the lit lantern in this set. Should be in miscellaneous here. There. So one here. Yeah, I know he's already got a lamp, but that's not for some reason. Maybe this is spare. Okay, it's just not, for whatever reason, not currently working. He's got himself another lamp. Door closed. It's still fairly well lit. For whoever's going to be dwelling in here, it's fairly comfortable. Decorated. And fit for purpose. And we have a smaller one next door. Okay. So these are small rented accommodations from, or maybe purchased for those with less income. and certainly not enough to maintain the premises like the store here, or these two with their own built-up homes. So that's how that's going. What do we think of it so far? Take a quick walk through. Okay, maybe it's these cheap stall holders here who have the boxcar dwellings. Okay. So we've got two alternative accommodations for the less affluent. The barbers we've seen. There's the shared home here. Not quite sure who's staying there at the minute. And junk dealer. Pharmacy. Our friend the butcher. Hard at work. Clothing store. General goods. Armourer. And guns and ammo. And the roving trader market. So, I'm not quite sure what else to do in here, or if anything else needs to be done. But tell me what you think. And as usual, enjoy your apocalypse.